Welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with us. The Msunduzi Municipality has cut water services to 23 schools in the Pietermaritzburg, or rather in Pietermaritzburg, due to a combined debt of over 32 million. The municipality says all previous disconnection notices have simply been ignored by the Department of Education. Now, water cuts at schools have a profound impact on teaching and learning, with pupils being sent home. Joining us to discuss this matter further is Msunduzi Municipality from the KwaZulu-Natal Education Department. Good afternoon, Mr. Municipality. Thank you very much for joining us on The Full View. Firstly, can you confirm the number of schools that have had their water services disconnected?
Yeah, we can confirm that a number of schools have been disconnected due to the position that municipality has taken, not only targeting our schools, but everyone in the area that is deemed to be owing, and our schools happen to be those entities that are owing.
Now, this is very concerning because essentially learners are being denied their constitutional right to education, because the logical thing to do is send learners home if there's no water to flush toilets, wash hands, or even drink. How did the debt get to 32 million?
You will have an appreciation that if you go to these schools that we are talking about, you will see that they are surrounded by other structures in the form of homes and informal settlements. And the issue of illegal connections is not just a theory, but a reality. Because we've been to a number of schools where schools were closed, but the meter was running as if learners and teachers were at school. So it's one of those socio-economic factors that, as a government, together with municipality, we are having to deal with.
So upon realizing that community members were actually illegally connecting to the water from the schools, what did the government department do?
As the Department of Education alone, we cannot win that battle. That is why we are engaging Msunduzi Municipality.
But did you, pardon me for interjecting there, but did you notify the municipality as soon as you established that this was happening?
It's something that is known, but when then they will sit at the council and take a decision to disconnect everyone that is owing, they will do so until you come to the table and negotiate. And we are at the table as we speak. We are negotiating with them. We already have an established kind of an arrangement with Pietermaritzburg Municipality where they did the same, and we sat down with them. We made arrangements to pay a certain amount of money every month, which we have kept that arrangement, and we have never had that problem coming back again. So it's a government problem that both of us as municipality, as government, we have come to realize, and negotiations are very much amicable. We are very much hopeful that come next week, things will start to go back to normality.
I just want to get clarity here so I'm not misunderstanding. You're saying that currently you are negotiating with the municipality to restore water, and you've committed to pay some sort of a figure going forward. So when exactly will the water be restored?
We are negotiating. Remember, a municipality and the Department of Education is speaking about a government. So they have to collect revenue, and they also must understand where we come from. So we are very much amenable to the negotiations, and we are very much encourage the manner in which negotiations are going on.
What interim interventions have you put in place, though, to ensure that teaching and learning continues and there is some sort of water in these schools?
We are taking note of the time that we are losing, and our curriculum unit has already devised a recovery plan that come Monday, once we are back, what is it that we are going to do in terms of recovering those time, that lost time. Remember, we now have an experience as a country having come through COVID. So we now know that when you are faced with a situation that you lose some teaching and learning time, what is it that you must do? But it's an undesirable situation that we don't want to find ourselves, but we'll tap into that kind of an experience in moving forward.
All right, Mr. Mahlambi, so you're confirming that the decision that was taken insofar as those 23 schools are concerned was to have the learners stay home, because we understood that some are being sent home just slightly earlier, maybe after first break or second break, but you're saying they've been home since the disconnections.
No, there are no children that are staying at home. Some of the schools, there are arrangement of water tanks. When it comes to electricity, you don't need the electricity that much during the day when you have got chalkboards and exercise books. Teaching and learning you are able to do teaching and learning, except when you do electricity in some other things where you need to duplicate some material. But in a nutshell, there is some degree of teaching and learning that is taking place.
Have they been provided with portable toilets? Because I hear you're talking about water tankers, and then for toilets, is it just the water now that they'll use in those toilets that were flushing before, or they've actually been given portable toilets?
The situation is not as bad as we put it, but we understand that in any environment where you gather more than 600 people at a go, you need to have such facilities. Where we need to do so, we have been doing like that. Where we need to send learners early home, we have been doing that. But we are doing everything under the sun to have some teaching of some sort, teaching and learning of some sort going on. But as we have pointed out, that we have a recovery plan come next week.
All right, Mr. Mahlambi, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. That's KZN Education Department spokesperson Msunduzi Mahlambi. We have reached out to the Msunduzi Municipality for a comment. We'll update you as soon as they respond.